Coming to you all the way from Norfolk, Virginia, Go On Podcast presents How Embarrassing with Molly and Jeff.
How embarrassing!
How embarrassing!
How embarrassing!
How embarrassing!
Jeff!
Sorry.
Jeff, does it lag on your end, or do you just not pay attention?
I think it lags. I feel like I've constantly had bad issues with the internet and audio.
You can't listen to the audio. You gotta look at my fingers. You gotta
watch the fingies.
You gotta watch the fingies.
Anyway, hey everybody, welcome to How Embarrassing. It's the podcast about all of our embarrassing lives. My name's Molly.
And I'm Jeff.
You were late on that one for your own fault.
That one. I had beer in my mouth when you were starting because I was wondering. I'm now living on a busier road, and I wonder if you can hear the traffic in the background now.
Wait,
yeah, Jeff is coming to you live from a new place.
I think I do hear something.
Oh, mommy.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh yeah, that dude hangs out outside of our window constantly.
Sensual.
Speaking of the haunted attic, Jeff, do you have an embarrassing tale you'd like to share right now?
I think you also just said "speaking of" and referenced something that was before we started recording.
That's an
callback
joke
that no one will understand.
In the biz, we call that a ghost callback.
Yeah, I have a little something embarrassing.
Okay,
So yeah, on Tuesday I moved, and it was a long, awful day. It was just my roommate and I moving all the furniture and stuff, and then for the second load of all the smaller things, Molly and her boyfriend Barrett came over to help us out.
Friend of the pod.
It made it a lot faster. We hung out for a little while afterwards, and then when they left, I was trying to set up like my TV and Xbox and stuff, and I could not find a cord for the Xbox, and that was like the one thing I gave Barrett to move from my house. And I was like walking around the house. I was so exhausted and so tired and over the whole day.
You so
I was just
mad
like,
at Barrett?
and I went back to my car again, and it's just that half the cord was sitting under the microwave, so I thought it was the microwave cord.
Oh, tricky.
It looked like it was the microwave cord, but I was like, wait, there's two microwave cords.
How mad were you at Barrett for that?
I was pretty pissed for like a good 30 minutes, and then I was like, because I was so cranky.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't rage text us.
Yeah, I just needed a nap for 8 hours. Sleep is what some people call it.
Oh.
Do you have an embarrassing story?
Sleep, it's what's for dinner. Yeah, my embarrassing story actually kind of involves the guest for today. But I'll keep him nameless until he's introduced.
You just
Okay.
okay.
But what, Matt?
Yeah, I mean, it's about him. We all know who it is. His name's going to be on the podcast episode.
No, it's nameless.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you make it so that the title gets updated while people listen to it? So it starts as nameless, and then when they get to this point, or I guess not.
I'll work on that.
So when I was in high school, I went to Catholic school for 8 years, and then went to public school, and it was not like a rough
For another 8 years?
transition.
You're dumb.
Nice. Well, I guess I went to a public college too. Anyway, it was not like a rough transition, but I didn't like have friends at my new school till like my sophomore year. But my
you realized you were further away from the mic, and it wasn't that great, and you jolted to the mic like you're
okay. Sorry, we'll edit this out in post.
Yeah.
Anyway, and I had a uniform, so I didn't really know how to dress either. So I just wear sweatpants and a sweatshirt every day. And one day, and this was not even my freshman year, like my sophomore year, I was late to school, and I'm like rushing in, and I had like, it was raining outside, so I was wearing like sweatpants, this giant rain jacket. My hair looked like shit. Like I just looked awful, but the PSAT day, so like you just sit and take a standardized test all day.
Ugh.
And I was walking down the hallway, and this guy, who shall remain nameless, was walking next to me, and we know each other because I'm good friends with his younger brother, Wesley Boone, friend of the pod. But this guy remains nameless. walked up and looked at me and went, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And I was like, "What?" And he goes, "Look at you. Like, you're wearing like weird clothes and your hair is like not done. Are you okay?" Like, he was just roasted me.
Damn.
I was like, "I'm going to take the PSAT." Like, ran away.
I feel like you've told this story like 5 times, but it's always a different person. You had one person come up to you and go, "Molly Graham, you look homeless at college." Like, you've had this happen so often.
I actually recently, our good friend posted something that said, "Molly Graham constantly looks like she's car camping," and I just
shout out John Regan
really
Morton.
Seen by that, because I do. John Regan Morton, friend of the pod, he nailed it with that description.
She came over to my house the other day.
Oh my god!
And it looked like she like had just gotten off work at the shipyard, had like a backwards hat on and like this big puffy tan jacket. And our neighbor was like, "Oh my god, I thought you were a man at first."
I dress like Jeff's lesbian wife coming home to cook dinner.
Oh, it's glorious.
You drink
God.
like her too. All right, let's get to an ad.
Sup, babe? It's time for dinner.
Oh, okay, yeah. What are we eating tonight, honey?
We're having meat.
Okay, is there a specific type of meat, or is it just kind of a hodgepodge of all meats?
We're gonna go out in the yard and we're gonna catch some squirrel meat.
That seems a little extreme. I have chicken in the freezer.
Squirrels. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The How Embarrassing Spodcast. The How Embarrassing Podcast is sponsored by Squirrel Meat. If you dial 1-800-SQUIRREL and say, "I'm embarrassed," they'll ship you a fresh dead squirrel right to your front door.
Have you tried it as jerky? It's delicious. Like squirrel jerky. Oh my god.
That's right, worms. Get some squirrel jerky in your mouth today.
Oh, I was just gonna start another ad.
I thought, yeah, that's why I got confused. Like, the ads are over.
You guys were on a roll, though. I like that one, except for
Did
Spodcast. Spodcast kind of ruined it, but that's fine.
Yeah, I don't get that
I
joke.
know. We'll edit it out in post.
But I mean-
Yeah, I didn't understand that one.
Squirrels got to listen to podcasts, too. So Squirrel Podcast, Spodcast.
Okay. We'll edit that out.
I had your back. I was trying to justify your fuck
That's
up.
a reach if I ever heard
Okay,
one.
all right. This whole episode's down the tubes. I'm throwing it
All right,
away.
everybody.
All right, well, let's go back up the tubes and meet a guest.
Yeah, so today's guest.
Let's Mario it up a tube.
Yeah,
Find a
today's
guest.
guest. You may have heard of him. You know him from roasting me in the hallway when I was in 10th grade.
You know him from being nameless.
You know him from being a white guy who has dreads. Ladies and gentlemen, my first kiss, Kyle Boone.
Welcome.
First kiss. Wow.
Hey. Is it awkward for you to see me again after all these years?
So long.
It's like a haunted past.
Yeah.
It's getting close to Christmas. You're definitely like the ghost of Christmas past.
Yeah,
Kinda
Kyle.
like, remember me?
Kyle Boone is my Christmas past. Are you embarrassed to be here today, Kyle?
A little bit.
Yes.
It makes
Yeah.
sense.
I mean, most of your guests are embarrassed to be here, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I feel like 70% are not.
Yeah. And so
They
a
respect us and they think that highly of us. So they
Yeah, we're esteemed.
yeah,
Well,
they
you don't-
actually feel privileged, but you can be embarrassed.
So Kyle, a little backstory about me and Kyle. Kyle Boone is the older brother of Wesley Boone, friend of the pod.
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
No.
If you guys remember that story I told earlier,
Oh.
he's the guy I was talking about.
No shit.
But me and Kyle have a very interesting relationship because me and Kyle had all the same friends in high school, pretty much.
Pretty much.
He dated two of my best friends.
Best friends.
But
Wait, who was the other one?
Cassie.
Oh, yeah.
Damn,
But
just
me
straight
and
up
Kyle
forgot
never
about
really,
Cassie.
I don't know. I always kind of just thought of you as like, oh, that's my friend's older brother.
I kind of played that too, you know?
Yeah, you always
You
like
try
you
to
were
keep
better
her at
than
a
me.
distance. Good move.
Keep me at an arm's length. Honestly, smart. Look at how much I've ruined your brother's life.
Do you get embarrassed easily?
No, not really.
Okay. So you don't get embarrassed easily, but you're embarrassed to be here.
Yeah.
I see what's
Yeah,
going on
I-
here.
We're really we're making strides, you know? People who don't even get embarrassed easily get embarrassed by us now. Like,
Oh my god, Jeff.
we're about to hit 1 million views.
Are we fucking popular?
I think iTunes is about to fucking fire us because we're breaking their system.
I feel like let's let the guests talk. Kyle, have you broughteth a story to telleth to us?
I have brought a story. So this story in my notes is titled "The Time I Made Kelly Craft Cry and Got Rejected by Rio." And I was trying to think of stories I was trying to think of a story to tell on this because at first I was like, man, I can't really I figured, this is a family friendly podcast. So, there goes 90% of my stories. And then I thought of this one and I was like, this is a good one because I'm pretty sure you were at least in the periphery of this one, Molly. I don't know if you remember the specifics of
It's
this
like
one.
the story of my life in high school. It's like, I think you were in the background.
You were peeking over a little fence, wishing that you had friends.
So the time that this story takes place is spring of junior year. It was after the spring musical. I don't remember what musical it was, but it was 1X. I don't know. The whole deal of the 1X is, the seniors, they direct a single act of a play and they get to audition and cast and all that kind of stuff.
It was cool because the seniors could cast their friends in it. So it basically was just an excuse to hang out with all your friends after school and be like, we're doing 1X.
And so that's kind of what happened. And so Nick Romano and I, we decided, let's just audition just for, shits and gigs. And we do, and we get cast. Kelly Craft casts us for, her 1 act.
Mm-hmm.
And lo and behold, I was placed opposite of Rhea, which at the time I had dated her in freshman year of high school, but we had broken up, but I still had residual feelings for her, and so I was like, oh crap, I'm cast opposite of her. Does Kelly know our history? We have so much past.
And Kelly did know the history. These are all we're all in the same friend group. Kelly knew you guys had dated.
She knew. She when I asked her about it, she claimed that she totally forgot. But
yeah, right.
Yeah. She
doesn't make
knows.
sense.
She remembers.
Seriously. So I was like, okay, that's interesting. And then I was like, oh wait, so there's a kiss or 2 or 3 or something. Wow, this is going to be this is my chance. I'm gonna somehow get this girl back, and we're gonna fall deeply in love again. Because we were in this 1 act together.
8 Mile it.
And so, I was kind of I was like I said, nervous and stoked. Except for the fact that during rehearsals, there's a reason why I don't act. and I can't memorize lines. I'm horrible at memorizing. Like, I mean, like, you know, like, so I'm a musician, so I can memorize all sorts of things on my bass or guitar or whatever, but I can't memorize lines for the life of me. So Kelly was getting like pretty like frustrated with me for a while. She was just like, bro, like, learn your shit. And so pretty much like at lunch one day, we were all kind of sitting at the lunch table, you know, had our chicken patties and our fucking chocolate milks and whatnot. And we were talking about the one act, and Kelly was definitely like getting like pretty upset with me there. Just, you know, cause I was slacking. And then it pretty much at a certain point, I was just like, look, like, we didn't audition for this to like, you know, like to act or whatever. We did this as a joke, you know, like we weren't taking this seriously. And she was like, oh, well, okay. And, you know, kind of did the thing where like, you know, she's just like obviously about to bawl, but kind of held it back, but then she couldn't hold it back. So then she ran off like Hermione Granger style.
Side note, Kelly is like the nicest, coolest friend that we have.
So I felt like horrible. I was like, oh shit, like, did I say something wrong? And then like everyone was just like, yeah, dude, like, what the hell?
Fuck you.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh damn, I shouldn't have said that. And I really did feel genuinely bad. And so I apologized to her, and I was like, I'm gonna learn my lines, I promise you. And so you know, I started really trying to really practice and memorizing a bunch of words in the right order, and like that was really tough because words are hard.
Words are hard. I agree.
They're incredibly hard. Like I don't get it. It's so pretty much like since like the way that this particular one act was structured was that like pretty much it was just like the only banter was between Rhea and myself. So like she was always working on the lines with me and like working, you know, just like practicing it with me. And I got it up to, you know, a passable level. But so then like, you know, like I was like, you know, spring and junior prom was coming up, and I was like, okay, so like Kyle, you're in this one act with her, you know, you're kissing her like, you know, like on the cheek left and right, because that's in the play, but
Nice.
Now's your time to like make a move. And so my move was somehow at some point she left a sweater in my truck, I think, because we were like smoking weed or like we were like hanging out doing, I don't know, whatever. She left it
sweaterless.
Yeah, she was sweaterless. And so then I was like, okay, this is my move. I'm going to leave a note in her sweater asking her to junior prom, and I'm going to give it back to her. And she, you know, and then she's going to say, yes, it's going to be great. And so I give it back to her, and I was like all nervous. I was like, oh man. But then I like never heard back from her the next day. And I was like, I wonder if maybe she just like, you know, like just threw it in the wash and just like, you know, just lost the note. And like, or, you know, and then like a few days later, still hear nothing. And then we have like, you know, like a rehearsal, and I was just like, this is weird. And that's when I was just like, what the hell? And like, at that point I was like, oh fuck, like I really made the wrong move. And like, and also at that point, she was rumors swirling. I think she was dating someone else. It was, it was Sully, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, she was dating like a cool senior guy.
He was, yeah, exactly. So I was like, oh, like, damn, missed my chance. And that's when I was like, all right, well, I guess, you know, like I was just looking back on it, it was just like, you didn't even ask her. You left a note in her sweater and gave it to her without saying anything. And like, then you have to like go on and like keep on like doing this play with her where you're kind of like, the character that I was playing was like confessing like his his heart and his feelings to her. And like, just like day after day we were doing that. And I was like, man, this was really, this sucks. And so then we finally eventually got to the play, and I don't really have any like memories of like the play. Yeah. It was all right, I guess. There were a few zingers in the play that like I remember just like I was like, yeah, this is gonna fucking bring the house down, but like landed with a thud, which I'm sure you guys can relate to.
Oh yeah.
Since you guys are in comedy.
No, we always.
Yeah, I don't get
we're
that,
always
no.
singing.
Of course not.
I would stop immediately if that ever happened.
Yeah,
I'm
I
a
quit.
world-class
That's the-
comedian.
If I ever do something people don't automatically laugh and cheer, I'm done. I'm off the
Yeah.
stage forever.
And,
There's no point.
and so it's also we're doing this play, and it's all of our friends. So
Yeah,
all of us know what had happened.
Oh wait, you're in it, Molly?
I didn't. No.
I was in it. So
Okay,
here's
I don't remember if you were, but yeah, you definitely were.
Did she did she
here's
see the
flip
note?
Side. Here's the flip side. So
Oh man, I'd love to hear
she
this.
found the note immediately. Did you not know this?
I found this out years later.
Yeah.
Later, I found this out.
Oh my
She found
God.
the note immediately, and we're all in Kelly Craft's car, and it's like
Oh my
all the
God.
girls, and we're all sitting there, and she's like, I don't know what to do. And so we all decide she was just going to pretend she never saw the note.
Oh, thanks.
Wow.
And so
That works.
then
That works.
I remember this so distinctly. Me, of course, on the perimeters, just like looking in on like every drama because boys didn't want to talk to me. But I remember at the play practice, you like trying to be casual because everyone
Oh
was
my-
talking about prom coming up, whatever, and you were like, "Oh, like who are you guys all going with?" And like ask, and Rhea was like, "I'm going with Sully."
Oh,
Yeah, she found the note, and we all decided we were gonna all commit to the story of she never saw the note.
wow. So she had conspirators.
Yeah. Everyone
Had
knew
people who
about
told
that.
her what to do.
Mhm.
Give her the advice.
I mean, it's a
Fucked up.
16-year-old girl does not make a decision by herself.
16-year-old boy still.
Makes me glad I never did drama in high school.
Oh, whatever.
Neither did Kyle.
I also am confused by the concept of being like, oh, if you do a one-act play, then all of your friends can hang out after school. Because I just hung out with my friends after school without signing up for something.
I know, but I mean, because it was different than like the fall play or the. So me and all my friends in high school were all like really into the plays. So after school, everyone was usually at like play practice or whatever, hanging out. And so like doing the one act, it was like still doing play practice, but it was only your friends. So you didn't have to put up with like the weirdos.
Gotcha. It's like a team you create instead of the Herald team that's done by the organization.
Exactly. It's like third wheel versus
Fucking, yeah.
fucking Joe Schmo.
Yeah,
Blow
some
toes.
dumbass name.
Fucking tread lightly, friends. Tread lightly.
I know, I'm just like insulted it
Versus
while
like the
staring at
fucking
Matt.
Matt Cole improv experience.
I'm in those fucking conversations. God, Molly. We were good in, what was it? We were in Mommy Market? Or what were we in together?
We were in a lot together. Matt, we've been in quite a few improv experiences.
I've been in 2 Herald teams with Matt.
Yeah, me and Jeff. But not all
Yeah.
3 of us together. God damn.
They
Never.
never put me and Jeff together because
No.
they're too scared of how good we would be.
Right, they don't want to make the other teams look so fucking bad. They're like, well, there should be a little funny everywhere.
Little funny everywhere.
funny
The point is, Kyle, everyone knew you got rejected, and we were all just
Yeah.
pretending not to know.
Oh, poor Kyle.
That feels nice.
Oh,
That feels nice. I feel good.
well, at least you guys were never really friends, so it's not like that you betrayed him. You were just friends with his brother. You said you guys never really knew each other or were
Yeah,
friends.
I wouldn't. Well, we knew each other. I
Oh,
wouldn't say.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hung out, but I would never like hit up Kyle and be like, "Hey, want to go to Chipotle?"
We didn't do that.
Yeah, that's just because you didn't have Chipotle at the time.
We would never do that.
All right. I want to hear about the kissing, and I think it's
say is
Maybe that's a
Kyle's a
segment.
loser, and he acted like he was too cool for me.
I say we get into an ad break, and we're gonna have a fucking game about asking you guys about the first kiss.
Oh, you mean our hot and heavy
Nicole and I
makeout
roasting
session?
you guys. Whoa.
Oh my god, I'm scared.
Christmas is coming.
Ah! Why are you scary? I'm talking about Christmas.
Christmas is almost here. You better buy presents.
Okay, but why are you in my house?
It's me, the elf that warns you about buying presents too late.
Oh
You
my
can call me
God.
Ralph.
What an oddly specific elf duty.
Well, you know, there's a lot of procrastinators out there, and they wait till Christmas Eve, and you don't really get anything good for your friends and family, so.
All right.
Would you like to use this Amazon tablet to buy?
Sure. Thanks.
Your package will arrive in 2 days. Goodbye.
All right, you guys, that's right. How Embarrassing Podcast is sponsored by Ralph, the elf who tells you not to buy gifts too late.
Goodbye.
Jeff, what the fuck?
Wow.
That's gold. That's gold.
I thought you were going to wrap it up like probably 25 seconds sooner than you actually did.
No, I wanted to make it really long and then make you figure out what to do.
I agree. I thought the elf was gonna rap
Yeah.
as an ending.
Oh.
Can we go back
I thought
into
you were
it?
going to like rap. What's happening?
What is happening?
I don't know.
You're rapping the ending as the elf.
Oh no, that happens next episode. It's a recurring character, Matt.
We have to stay tuned. It's a whole mini series we're doing.
It's a mini series. It's a Christmas mini series.
Did we forget to send you that?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I've been,
Okay, well,
We'll edit this out.
add it in
Okay.
post.
But we are into the part of the show where it's time for games and segments.
Segments and games.
Segments and game. Segments game. Segments and games.
It's time for segments and games.
You're
Oh,
weird.
it was weird having a song introduce segments and games.
Well,
I was like, wait, what game are we
expecting-
playing?
I was expecting the fuck, marry, kill music.
No, Jeff said he got me last time. He wants a different game. He wants something about kissing or something.
Oh, he wants to talk about.
Oh yeah, I thought that would be
Hot Makeout
after
session.
Pamashaka.
Well, we actually already talked about this on Wesley's episode of How Embarrassing.
Did you?
I think he touched on it because that
Was
was
Wesley watching?
Yeah, well, Wesley, it was the first
What?
night Wesley ever got drunk, and he got caught because Kyle was so fucking hammered.
I was blackout.
Yeah, Kyle was in a blackout, which is the only way I can get guys to kiss me.
Oh.
No, it wasn't. It was like I literally was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Sensual love.
It was really scary. In the Me Too era, I would like to.
Oh, mommy.
What?
Don't want to talk.
Yeah, what's going on
What is
here?
happening here?
Kyle
I'm regretting
was-
this.
Kyle was blackout drunk. I was not. We made out. Well, he like made out with my face, kind of. It was like a very weird New Year's Eve party.
Yeah.
Our buddy Eric was like passed out naked in the bathroom. There was a lot of underage
Oh
drinking.
yeah. It was at Joe's, if
Um,
I remember correctly.
Okay,
Yeah.
I regret this.
Yeah,
segment
what
again.
what kind of game is this?
I don't know.
Well,
Jeff
Molly
made
just
me
took it
talk
over.
about it.
No. First of all, I did not know we were going into this game at this moment. Second of all, you just started talking about the whole situation. I thought Matt Cole and I would have specific questions about it, but I don't want to hear more about just fucking Brad and Shingles and Shangles, who all your friends who were passed out at the party. No one cares about that.
Then why
No
the
one
fuck
cares.
did you bring it up?
I wanted to know tongue or no tongue, lips,
No tongue.
chapsticks.
Chapstick.
Was it gross? He was drunk. Did he
It
throw
was
up in your
gross.
mouth?
I really was not into it. So
I don't
there,
think I was into it either.
he got fucking rejected
You
by me. Yeah, that's right. Look who's rejected now. Who's too cool now, Kyle?
Oh, did you come on the show and get rejected?
Oh, did you get rejected?
Oh, do you feel bad about yourself now?
Oh, who's cool now?
All right, thank you so much for being on the show, Kyle.
Yeah,
Anytime.
Thanks for playing a real game. Sorry about that last one.
fuck.
Ah.
Huh.
Ah.
Huh? Beep, boop, bop, boop. All right, everybody, it's your favorite part of the show.
Tongue or no tongue?
All right, here we are.
Tongue or no tongue, chap or no
We're
chap?
going back to it. We're going back to it.
It's time for everyone's favorite part of the show. It's where we play a game we just made up that no one's ever heard of before. It's called Fuck, Marry, Kill, and Raise. I'll explain the
Raise.
rules of the game. We are going to give you 4 options, Kyle. You are our lovely contestant. You have to fuck one, marry one. You cannot fuck the one you marry.
No.
Kill one. You cannot fuck the one you kill before,
I can?
after, or during the murder. And raise one as your own child. And I hate
Cuckoo gaga.
to have to enforce this rule, but
You
you
don't need-
cannot fuck the one you raise. You can't. Woody
Goo
Allen
goo gaga,
rule.
don't touch me. Don't touch me, goo goo gaga.
Yeah, goo goo gaga.
Don't touch me.
Who's rejected now?
Yeah, babies are rejecting you now.
Yeah. You're not so cool. I'm not.
Anyways.
Anyway.
All right, so
Okay.
there's...
So, fuck, marry, kill, raise. Do you understand the rules?
Yes.
Okay. Fuck, marry, kill, raise. Your options are me
Me.
Me.
and yourself. Go.
Go.
Okay. I will. Okay. Jeff, I'll raise you. You seem like a very
Immature person.
yeah. You could use some. You could use some schooling.
Okay.
You're going to really regret that. He's
Yeah, my parents killed themselves 10 years ago.
yeah. And they wrote notes that said it's because of Jeff.
Yeah, that's all they wrote. And then they
Wow.
gave all their money to someone else.
Oh. I will. I'll fuck myself. That doesn't need to be explained.
Oh, nice.
How?
Actually, it does. How?
Yeah, tongue or no tongue?
Tongue or no tongue? Chat? Stick?
Ew.
Yeah, there's some chapstick in there.
Ah. I don't
What's
like
your
that.
preferred music?
Oh my god.
Okay. Yeah, you're fucking yourself.
Yep. Molly, I'm killing you.
Fucking knew it. I knew you would.
Yeah,
Yes.
was that really even yeah?
This is a classic man getting rejected.
Oh.
Getting
wow.
rejected.
Wow.
Just because
You
you're
reject me,
in
I'll kill
love
you.
with me. Bullshit.
Guess who's going to the chapel? It's me, y'all.
Who's going to the chapel? Meckle's gonna get married.
No tongue.
Meckle's going to the chapel.
Chapstick.
Chapstick, tongue, and no tongue.
Hey, Kyle, how would you kill me?
How would I kill you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
We know you have a plan.
Of choice.
You can read off your first draft of your plan if you want to. It's fine.
Yeah. Any of your options will be great.
hmm
We see all the red strings behind you in your apartment. Just follow one of those.
It's all just my yearbook photos. Little knife emojis. And just a Rhea with a heart around her.
I would probably I'll guillotine you on the stage of King High School Auditorium.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
That's
All
quite a
right.
one act.
You heard it
Something
here
tells me
first.
that was plan A. It's like, this is what I really want, but it's going to be hard to do.
It's gonna be hard to
Plan
pull
B,
off.
tampon full of vodka.
That wouldn't kill me.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
All right,
It
that
would
was
kill
Fuck-
most.
That was Fuck, Marry, Kill, Race.
You'll raise.
Fuck, marry, heroes.
Now, Kyle, there is something I want to bring up.
Okay.
We're about to have to wrap up in a minute here, but I just want to I want you to talk a little bit about having dreadlocks as a white man.
Oh, were you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, he does not have them right now, so I thought it was a lie and a joke.
Yeah, me too.
No, that was not a joke. I had them for a little over 6 years.
Yeah.
For the first year and a half to 2 years, they looked like absolute garbage. It was just I don't know if you saw me at that time, Molly, but they were it was stringy and my hair is just like Sideshow Bob, and it was just not looking good.
I remember the first time you came home for Thanksgiving or Christmas and you suddenly had dreads and we were all just like
Uh-oh.
it was you and Anna Mizell
Yeah.
decided to get dreads at the same time.
It's pronounced-
Also, fun fact for the listeners out there: the person who gave me my dreads was none other than Rhea.
Yeah, that
so,
romance
yeah,
came
little-
back full circle. They
little
ended up
full
dating
circle there.
later.
This is brilliant.
Yeah.
You can't make this stuff up sometimes. I feel but yeah. But then I had my dreads were living their best life for a solid 4 years. I'd go to I'd be at a show or a concert or whatever. It's the drugs would literally just come to me. I couldn't even make that up. It was I was a magnet. And at this time in my life, I was let's pile them on.
Yeah, Kyle's the definition of a cool older brother.
Oh yeah, with dreads.
Yeah, with
Dreads.
I had a cool older brother who was bald, so I don't know. No drugs involved.
And then I pretty much woke up half hungover one day in 2018, and I was it's time. And so then I pretty much cut them off, and then I held on to them for at least a year.
What?
The ones that are not connected to your head anymore?
Yeah, I had them on my desk.
You
over-
had
your
it on
desk.
your desk.
Oh no!
Ew.
No!
Why
I don't know what's
This is
grosser, a
story
white
you
man with
told me.
dreads or someone who keeps
You
loose
kept
dreads.
them
Yeah.
for
Oh
a
no. And,
year?
yeah. Of course. Oh no. And I traveled
course.
with them because I was
Traveled?
on, yeah. No.
Where'd
no,
you
'cause, I was
go?
on,
Canada? Where cultural appropriation is easier?
You traveled with them?
Yeah, I brought them on a few tours, I on a few music tours, and I would my bandmates didn't. They were keep those in your backpack, and I was okay.
Would you throw them out into the crowd?
No, but there were definitely still still a few floating around there because I remember I gave a few away to my friends every now and then.
You gave them to did your friends ask for them?
No.
This is the weirdest shit
Yeah,
I've
this is-
ever
This-
heard.
I can't believe that we are. This came up at the end while we're
I
about
can't
to
believe
wrap
it.
up.
I can't believe it.
Did
I have 5,000 questions.
Did they still get you drugs? Like, people like pass over you, but you just dangled the fucking dreads like mistletoe, and they just gave you LSD.
Keep one on a keychain whenever I need to keep. Just like,
That's why your bandmates wanted. Like, man, you're giving up the free drug life, my friend. Bring them with you.
Kyle made a Christmas ornament for his parents out of his dreads.
Oh,
on the tree.
My
Did
God.
I do that? I don't remember if I did or not.
Oh my God! Probably all the drugs.
I don't know if I did or not.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show and sharing all those very embarrassing things.
God, Kyle, did we ruin your life today?
No, pretty much. I mean,
You did that yourself with the dreads in the back.
I did this all myself.
Yeah. The
so-
backpack full of fucking dreads.
So Kyle is a musician. Kyle, go ahead and plug your music and all that whatever shit you want to plug.
Yeah, I'm a musician. I'm mainly a bass player, but I can play guitar and some keys, and I can kind of half-ass sing. But I'm about to launch a website with all my stuff. I'm about to start doing private lessons via Zoom. I got some stuff on Spotify. Just search me as Kyle Paul Boone. And you can find me on Instagram, Kyle Paul Boone, Facebook, Kyle Paul Boone. It's all over there. So,
would you also, besides music lessons, are you also down to offer like some kissing lessons? I'm just asking for a friend.
Over Zoom, of course.
Over Zoom?
Yeah, over Zoom. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You have to provide your own mannequin, but
Got it. My friend was just wondering.
Okay, cool. My girlfriend wouldn't like that.
Yeah. Whatever.
Okay. And then you were saying Kyle Paul Boone, like P-A-U-L.
Yes.
Okay.
Kyle Paul Boone?
Yeah.
And we'll
That's-
tag
yeah.
it in the episode
Yeah.
description, social media, whatever bullshit I do. I forget what it's called. Instagram.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, you're not on Parler?
We're still recording, Molly.
Oh God.
All right, little worms.
All right, little worms. I'm so
Molly just went into
sorry.
wrap-up mode like it was after the show.
Oh Jesus. Okay. Well, little worms. Until next time.
Keep wiggling.
Wiggling.
Thanks so much for listening to How Embarrassing Podcast at Go On Production. If you have an embarrassing story and you'd like to be a guest on How Embarrassing Podcast, send us an email on howembarrassingpodcast@gmail.com.
But
That was weak.
God.
Yeah, that was weak.